Hi parents! I wanted to make this video to welcome you and your students back to McCarthy-Tesler, or if this is your first time attending McCarthy-Tesler, we welcome you to the Eagle family. This video will be for you to get to know a little bit about me, as I will be your child's teacher for the 2020-2021 school year. My name is Alina Stevens, and this is my 4th year of teaching special education at McCarthy-Tesler and my 5th year teaching in all. You might see my dog in the video. I apologize. I'm doing this video from home. But a little bit about me. I am originally from Chapin, South Carolina, where I graduated high school, and I attended the College of Charleston, where I received my bachelor's in special education with concentrations in mental and emotional disabilities. And I am currently enrolled at USC Upstate to receive my master's in education in the area of applied learning, which I've completed 1 year and I have 1 more year left to go. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me and kind of give you some information for this upcoming school year, since we were unable to meet each other in person. Sorry. That's my dog Piper. I don't have any children, so this is my child. But I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about the expectations that we have in the classroom. So on the yellow hall, as you will see whenever I send home information in your child's home folder their first day, so that would either be Monday for the A students or Wednesday for the B day students. I wanted to tell you that the Yellow Hall has its own behavior program that each teacher on the Yellow Hall tries to follow with regards to making some adjustments to have it work best for their classroom, but we all follow the same guidelines. What we do is each day your child will have a home note, and on that home note you will see if they received what we have is stars, and these stars for each section of the day cover the 3 main rules that the Yellow Hall has, and which will also be used in the classroom for your child. So those 3 rules are to keep hands to self, follow directions, and to have a quiet mouth. So the first rule, hands to self, is just that. It also encompasses other body parts, feet, but hands to self being that we teach the children to use their hands for positive interactions. So we may not be able to do it, at least this first part of the year, but to use their hands for high fives, hugs, fist bumps, use your hands to help a friend, things like that, instead of using your hands for things like hitting, pinching, slapping, those negative interactions. The next one is follow directions, and that also is pretty self-explanatory. When your child is at school, one of the expectations is that they comply or follow the directions from any adult within the school environment, be that a teacher, teacher's assistant, anyone who's bringing them to the classroom from the bus or the car rider line. When Related Arts, this year they're coming to the classroom, at least for the first semester, I believe, or until the coronavirus situation is kind of at bay. But to help with that minimal interactions and transitions throughout the school, Related Arts will be coming to the classrooms this year, as well as we will be eating breakfast and lunch in the classrooms. So when Related Arts teachers come, the students are also required to follow their directions, even though it's in the classroom environment itself, instead of be it in the music room, the art room, PE, or in the library. So that is follow directions. The last one, quiet mouth, you may be saying like, oh, well, my child is nonverbal. How do you kind of measure quiet mouth for that, especially when they don't really, they can't talk. So quiet mouth for us encompasses talking or making a noise when it's not your time to talk. Now, this isn't just if your child has a small outburst or something as that, because we know these kids, and we know that that's part of who they are. That just happens sometimes. But quiet mouth for us would mean that maybe during a lesson or during small groups, if the child is having a tantrum, or if they have been making noises and they've been told at least probably about 2 or 3 times that, they needed to have a quiet mouth, or use an inside voice, things like that, that we would remove that star for quiet mouth. So those are the 3 areas that we will be focusing on the most in the classroom as far as following rules. Of course, we also touch on things like when we're in the hallway, we walk, we don't run. We're going to be focusing a lot on washing our hands, and using that as a daily living skill, but more so now since all of this has come to light with the coronavirus. A little bit more about our classroom this year. I have 2 new assistants, new to me. Many of you are familiar with them. I have Mr. Christopher Shelton and I have Miss Tanya Gamble, who were formerly assistants in Miss Lauren Welchell's class. She is now moved up into an autism specialist position, so she will also be interacting with your students frequently, and helping out in the classroom for different suggestions for classroom management and things like that. But that way your children have someone who they're familiar with, seeing as how I've had most of your students before, but there's a few that are new to me. So I just wanted to come on this video, tell you a little bit about myself, tell you some of the expectations for the class this year, and let you know that if you need to contact me, you can do so through Remind. When I send home information on the first day of school, so whether that's Monday or Wednesday, one of the things that will be sent home in your child's daily home folder, which I will provide, is the information to join the Remind app. Most of you probably already have that, but it's a way for me to communicate with you. We used it especially for things like field trips, which hopefully, if and when we're able to get back to our regularly scheduled activities, we will be going on field trips and having all these fun experiences and educational experiences for your children. That way it's something that I could text out to the whole class, all of the parents in the class, to let them know to return a field trip form. Or in this case, since we're doing virtual learning on the off days for your children, I can shoot out a message and say, make sure to log on tonight and check for a link. And that's the other way that we will communicate, would be through email. So my email is ahstevens, STEPHENS, at spart7.org. Please feel free to email me. That is going to be, at least for the first little bit, how I send out a link to you for my, I have a Bitmoji virtual classroom that will have links to all of the videos that I will be posting for your children when they're at home on their virtual days, as well as sending home hard copy worksheets to accompany those lessons in the home folders before they come home for those virtual days. And if you also need to, you can call the school, and they, in the letter that I'm sending home, I have the extension for my class, but I do not know that off the top of my head. So in the note that I'm sending, it will have the extension along with the phone number for the school, and I will check that voicemail as soon as I receive one. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Remind, email, voicemail, anything like that, however you feel comfortable. This is going to be a new experience for us all, and there's a bit of a learning curve. So please know that I'm going to be completely flexible, especially with the children and learning the expectations these first couple weeks since we've been out of school for so long. But with all that being said, I am so excited to be back in the classroom, and I look forward to seeing your children next week, and I look forward to when we can meet face to face for the first time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.